Hey guys, this is Ty here, obviously from the Ty and Matt show, which is it'll play after this. I just want to take a brief moment of your time and point you guys in the direction of something I really care about. I think we can all agree solutions are great. We love solutions. You know why? They solve problems. That's why, in a nutshell. And I think right now is a time where there are a lot of solutions. A lot of them have a ton of merit to them. A lot of them make sense. A lot of them should be looked into. Should be your job to look into some of them. One of the bigger ones for me, and I think this is something that's very doable. I feel like it should be very bipartisan. I would hope. There's a petition that has been set up. You can find the link for it on my Instagram at ty.colgate. If you hit the link, there's going to be a little box that says criminal justice reform. Go there. Please sign it. Essentially, the petition is for expunging marijuana possession records, which is kind of a big deal in the fact that it might not seem like a big problem anymore. I know as a country, this is probably the closest we've ever been, and hopefully we'll be way closer to full legalization of marijuana. But we can't leave behind the people that have been punished by this. We need a way to retroactively fix this. And I know, there's a small percentage of people that have already expunged their records, but there's a giant group of people, I'm talking in the millions, with the ball and chain of a criminal record, which is a nightmare to get a job with. It financially punishes you. We all know the criminal justice system can be an absolute hellhole. Sometimes it's a snake eating its own tail. So that's why I really, really would love to see this petition pass. It needs 100,000 signatures. We'll see how far it gets. I mean, regardless, I think it'd be incredible if you would sign it, if you want to share it with friends and family. On my Instagram as well, there's a picture of a QR code. That QR code, when scanned, will take people to that petition. Right now, with emotions high, a lot of frustration, I think is the best time because momentum swinging. You have a country that is now listening to things they would have maybe have shrugged off just a couple months ago, and I think this is a great time to capitalize on this momentum, to get something done, get rid of dumb laws that punish people, especially the black community, exponentially more. All the details for it are in the description for the petition, so you can read it. Feel free to get educated. There's articles on it that explain why expunging marijuana possession records would make sense. I would hope that you would care about this. If not, I mean, sure, I guess fuck you, but we can move forward together, I think, towards a future that at least makes sense, right? I mean, fuck. It's a plan. Get rid of the records. Sign it, please. I'm just rambling right now. So I'm going to get off my soapbox. I'm going to let the episode go. I love you guys. Thank you for listening.
It's the Ty and Matt Show with Matt and Ty.
And we're back. Oh boy, we are doing it and the whole world's on fire now.
Is it ever? You know what else is on fire? This podcast.
This is, I feel good already. The momentum.
Pod.
It's that, you know what it is? It's something about the wahs, I feel like it like matches like the my heartbeat a little bit. Like it builds me up a little bit, and then I'm in it. I'm in it for the long run.
Yeah, it just kind of gets you going. Big wah guy.
Right
here.
Hold on. Can we get like that? That alone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
another show talked about the intro.
I know. I don't know what it is. I think I just love it so much.
Yeah.
I think I was totally wrong. It doesn't really match a heartbeat at all. That's a little too quick.
No, it'd be bad if it matched your heartbeat because it goes wah 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 wah. It'd be like heart palpitations.
If you're a kid that needed like a lot of Adderall, then you probably that is your heartbeat.
That
is
really,
definitely.
That does sound like having ADD or something.
Well, the medicine, the Adderall, it gives you, what is it? It's like a irregular heartbeat. That's what it says on there. Warning, it can cause irregular heartbeat. So your heart could be that. It could be the wahs, and my heart's hitting the main beat, and yours is playing on the back beat. And we're all just people, dude. We're all just having a good time. Stop burning things.
Yeah.
Or keep. I don't know. I actually don't know what the right answers are anymore.
No, it's like, yeah. You know what? I'm almost scared to say. I'm afraid I might get SNL someday. You never know. And this could come back to bite you because you either said don't burn things or burn things.
I know. That's what's hard about it, because a lot of people, they love, what's the thing now? You're holding people to today's woke standards. So it's like fuck Dr. Seuss because he didn't like Jews or something. Mm-hmm. They're mad at him for that, and it's but at the time, I'm sure if Dr. Seuss got SNL, it would have been fine. He probably would have gotten it because of how anti-Semitic he was back then.
Can you imagine?
But now it doesn't hold up.
No, not at all. Can you imagine the sketches featuring Dr. Seuss, and he'd be writing all this weird shit, what's a Galapagos, a whole sketch about a Galapagos. What's this Galapagos sketch? Oh, Dr. Seuss wrote that one.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have anything else this week. Belushi's sick, doing too much drugs.
Yeah, we can't do green eggs and ham again.
Oh my God, another green eggs and ham. Guys, I have a sequel to the green eggs and ham sketch. Can we do the green eggs and ham sketch?
Yeah. No, this time it's going to be really funny.
Why, Dr. Seuss, why do all of your sketches rhyme? Can you, I don't care. They don't have to do that. Right? You know that they don't have to rhyme.
Why do they seem to work better for a graduation ceremony speech than a sketch, Dr. Seuss?
Oh, yeah.
That's the only time you ever hear Dr. Seuss anymore is
people
I think I've had 2 graduations where they quote Dr. Seuss, which is if you want to talk about the low-hanging fruit of intellectual advice for life, it is Dr. Seuss.
Yeah. The one I always remember is, "Oh, the places you'll go."
Yes, that's used at every middle school and high school graduation.
I want to give a speech and use quote one of the Dr. Seuss books that has no moral to it. Green Eggs and Ham is such a great example.
Yeah.
You can eat it on a box. You can eat it with a fox. Now take those words of knowledge with you as you exit the hallowed halls of this university.
Yeah, what are some quotes here? Let's see. I will not eat them in a house. I will not eat them with a mouse. I will not eat them in a box. Okay, yeah. So there's that. And then, I love this. Here's one quote.
That's I don't care for Dr. Seuss's box eating lines for a children's book.
And on top of I will not eat them with a fox. What's wrong with foxes?
That sounds like prejudice talking.
I really love this one quote they pulled. Here's a quote. I do not like green eggs and ham. Can you imagine if someone got that tattooed on them?
Yeah.
It's just, when I read it, it felt so true to my spirit. I really wanted it on my body.
It's my mantra. I live my whole life by this.
Yeah. Whenever I have a hard decision coming up, I just look at my forearm and I'm I don't like green eggs and ham.
No. Gets me going. Dr. Seuss, his real name, Theodore Geisel. And get this, Ty. Get this. Not an actual doctor.
Oh, like a Dr. Phil type.
Yeah, exactly.
Yikes. Maybe he should be held to today's woke standards. Take him down. Let's burn. You know what? Let's burn some Dr. Seuss books.
Dr. Seuss is over party.
Hashtag Dr. Seuss is over.
Yeah, he's next on the chopping block.
I think he's already gone through it in the past.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah. Let me. I'm trying to think. Were Who's offensive to little people?
I'm sure they were.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm sure some kid was picked on. Oh, look at this guy, looking all Dr. Seuss like. I didn't say they were good taunts.
Yeah, I know. I love that. Bullying back in the 60s was just kind of very lukewarm.
Yeah.
Wow, you look like a character from that Dr. Seuss book. And then they'd go home and cry about it.
Well, no. The way they get the kid is they're you look like the guy from the book, and he's like, "You mean the Lorax? oh, this guy reads. Get a look at this nerd. He actually reads books.
I mean, what a weird. I just wish I just knew what was real and not. You know what I mean? I want to be an educated person that has like real, but I feel like I have no real opinions. Actually, I'm trying to get up to date. You know, I'll get on Reddit, and then like 3 hours go by, and I'm like, I don't think I've made any progress. I'm back. I'm still where I was standing 3 hours ago, where it was like, because someone will make like a really good point, and you're like, you're right, that this is fucked up.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like the comment underneath, it's like, well, that's also, you negated everything, and that was also a really good point. And then the guy comes back and you're like, oh, but that's an even better. And then by the end, and then you'll follow the thread, and then it usually ends with some guy going like, your mom's a cunt or something.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, well, I don't think we've reached a conclusion.
No. I think people have also forgotten that it's okay to not have an opinion on something. Like, the internet has made it so that you have to have very strong opinions on everything.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, it feels good to just be like, I don't care. No, I did not see the latest Marvel movie. I don't care if it was good. I don't care if it was bad.
Yeah.
I
mean, I wish that's what people were burning. If there was like a part of society that needed to go, I think it's like the superhero movies. Like, maybe we just start like, we get a big pile of them and we just burn them. And that can be the statement. I don't know what the statement is. I don't know what you're really trying to say with that, but I'll be behind it. I don't care. I don't really need to fully understand the context of why we're burning them. Just burn them.
Have you ever heard, speaking of superheroes, this always gives me douche chills, and maybe it'll give them to you. Maybe it'll give douche chills to you, humble listener. But I've heard people say that superheroes are our version of mythology, like Greek myth. Ooh, I know, right? Did you feel that? Up your spine?
I would hope not. Oh, God. I just feel like that doesn't age well.
No, it's so funny. Like, now you have to just the things you liked as a kid. I don't know. It's like, because it used to be like that kind of thing was for kids, comic books and even like Star Wars. Like Star Wars is
and
a kids
nerds
movie.
and nerds.
That's true, and nerds. But now, like, you have to justify, like, as an adult. You have adults that like announce to each other, like, "Hey, I'm a Hufflepuff." That is weird to me. Like,
not anymore. I mean, J.K. Rowling. You want to hashtag J.K. Rowling?
She's canceled.
Is over. Yeah, she's done.
We won't even say the name or the initials.
Oh fuck! You really cornered me on that one.
Sorry.
All right.
She who shall not be named.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, personally, let's burn all the Wendy's. I don't care. I mean, I understand the frustration. I really fucking get it. And personally, I don't really give a fuck about a Wendy's. Maybe we look out. We don't burn the small businesses. Maybe that's what I'm like behind. Is like, maybe we just like, okay, we burn some things, but like, let's burn the things we kind of as society could maybe just do without. So Marvel movies. Wendy's is fine. We got the head start on Wendy's. We can continue with that. I'll miss the Chili's, and the Frosties were good.
Yeah,
but
they
I
just
mean,
started
what else?
Doing breakfast too, so you kind of hate to see that happen. But it's whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Taco Bell just barely limped into that. I don't know why Wendy's is trying to get in there too.
No. Taco Bell just realized, wait, you can put eggs in a tortilla, and then that was like the extent. And they're like, okay, we're doing breakfast now. Someone run to the store. Someone run to Kroger's and get some eggs.
I mean, like, I don't, whatever, fine, sure. I don't know. Scream at me with the answers. I like hate it. I'm like trying so hard to stay up to date. I stand with the protests. I went to the protests.
Did you?
Yeah, Centennial. Well, I went to 2 protests in the same day.
Oh, look at this guy.
So,
motherfucker.
Yeah, if there's anyone that deserves something, I don't know. What do virtue signalers get out of like bragging about doing good things?
Virtue.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely
More
not
virtue.
pussy. Yeah.
No.
So I went to the one that was like at the governor's mansion in Buckhead, and I get like it took forever to find parking because it's like a super congested area, and we finally park. We get up there. We got a sign. We're like, yeah, we're gonna do this. It's the right thing to do. And then this like state trooper's like, yeah, no, it's done. And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, it's over. I was like, are you for real? He's like, yeah, people just kept getting in the street, so we decided no more protesting. And I'm like, I feel like that's not a thing. I don't know if that's like, can you do that? Can you just be like, no, we decided that you can't say things out loud in a group?
I was going to say, if the only problem was that they were in the road, I think is maybe like, hey, guys, come on now. Up on the sidewalk or we're done protesting here.
Yeah, I know. It sounds very nanny-ish. Like, hey,
Yeah.
I saw that. You're done. You're done. I'm not the bad guy. He's the bad guy.
Do not be chasing your ball into the street, please.
Okay.
I don't know how many times I've had to tell you. So how was you went to the governor's mansion? You got to see it, I'm guessing. You didn't get to go in. They don't just let you in.
Not in the governor's mansion. No, it's just like you're across the street screaming at the governor's mansion.
You say that like that's a crazy thing I just brought up, but I'll have you know, I've been to the Pennsylvania governor's mansion. Been inside.
Inside it?
Yeah. 4th grade field trip. Got to play with the governor's dogs. Governor at the time, Ed Rendell, or as my grandpa called him at the time, that fat bastard in Harrisburg. That was part of our 4th grade field trip. Just got a tour. Like we went to the Capitol and then we went through the governor's house. Kind of cool.
I guess, Pennsylvania, it's like, I guess it's so like low stakes. You're like, fuck it. Just let him in.
Yeah, whatever. He wasn't even there. Just like a thing they had. Like,
he wasn't even there.
No. I think they're even like the lieutenant governor's got a house too, and I think they're selling that. They're just like, the guy was like, I don't even live there. Just get rid of it. Stop spending money on it.
I mean, I live in Florida. I'm really only here in the winters.
Yeah.
Not really up to date on what's going, like Pennsylvania laws. I mean, what are they terrorists?
I don't know.
What's with the butter?
They just got weird hats and really weird.
Do we
beards.
trust them? I love the idea of like electing a governor that really doesn't know much about the state, and it's just like I will figure this out as I keep doing this. We are building. We'll build the plane in the sky.
Yeah, I want to represent the good people of whatever state this is.
He's got to look at some art on the wall, and he's like, Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
Pennsylvania.
I love sitting outside in the like he doesn't even know what the climate's like. He's like, I love sitting outside in hats and mittens and scarves or Hawaiian shirts, whichever it is. Like, doesn't even know that much. He's never even been there. It's just a job.
I love this great state. Let's just keep making pencils, right?
Yeah,
Is that it?
They should, the way coaches work, that's how we should do like governors and stuff. Like if you have a good candidate in like Montana, you can be like, dude, let's bring that guy here. I mean, that's how coaching works. Like if you look,
I think that could solve a lot of problems right there.
Yeah. I mean, dude, look at like international teams, right? The coach of the, we'll say the Romanian soccer team could be a British guy.
Yeah. Like, I mean, why don't we do that here?
I don't know. Why don't we do it for?
Why don't we? Like, here's what I agree. James Madison, he was like, political factions are political factions are a problem. So we get rid of the political parties, right?
Yeah.
We replace them with SEC, right? AAC, ACC. So now you got options. What is that? If you're going with like the top 6, then it's like you got 6 parties now.
Yeah.
Actually, we'll put all 10 of them in there. Fuck it, and we'll just have like.
I kind of like the idea of having a Power 5 or Power 6 states.
Yeah.
And then like there's a couple other ones that like you try to work your way up through the ranks. Like they know the program's just not as great. Like honestly, Idaho.
Yeah.
Is kind of that would be in the
no elections either. It's whoever wins the national championship.
Yes.
And if anyone wants to argue with me and go like, oh, well, that's bullshit because it's always going to be 2 P5 schools because it's a rigged system. How is that any different? Okay?
Yeah.
If you're so smart, get on Twitter and fucking argue with me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny, but people get more upset over the college football playoffs.
National championship?
Yeah, than they do.
Admittedly, so did I. And then all of a sudden, a pandemic and civil unrest happened. I'm like, I don't think I love or care.
We go to UCF. I believe when we were handed our diplomas, it said you must always complain about the current college football playoff format
system
until the field expands past 4 teams.
That is true.
I think it said that right on the degree.
Yeah. That's, smaller writing.
Yeah.
but legible.
Yeah, they made it known. Like,
Yeah.
you have to do that. You have to defend Blake Bortles.
And that kind of quote, it pairs well with a degree that says radio/television.
Yeah, whichever one. You know.
I love how lazy it looks. Whenever I look at my degree and it's just like radio-tel. They didn't even bother. They're like, I don't know. I mean, I don't want the extra spacing. Like, it costs money to add more characters. They're like, just cut the and, just put a dash.
Yeah. Yeah. How much are slashes? Well, they're slightly longer lines, so they're going to cost a little bit more. All right, let's go with the dash. Let's go with the dash.
Yeah, we'll go with the dash. Just two thriving industries right now.
Dude, I know, man. I remember leaving school with like, I'm going to take over the world. I want to be on the radio. And then I kind of got an idea of like how it was going. And I realized, whew, that is an industry in turmoil at the moment. Traditional radio, terrestrial radio.
Yeah, no. I mean, don't feel bad about listening to, like Ty and Matt. Because this isn't radio. This is podcasting.
Yeah, in case you didn't know.
Yeah. Much bigger time. And I feel like it gives you the ability to come up with real solutions to real problems. Like, we don't have to worry about, like sponsors telling us that like, hey, Taco Bell is serving breakfast now.
Yeah.
Get there before 11 a.m.
Yeah.
We don't have to worry about that. I don't have to tell you that Taco Bell breakfast might be a revolutionary idea that will save America. I don't have to say these things.
Terms and conditions may apply.
Yes.
Only at participating locations, Taco Bell locations.
Yeah. 10% off if you're actively listening to Ty and Matt while you're putting the order in.
Oh, I want Ty, you just raised an interesting thing. I wonder if we could just say, like, go to Taco Bell, and when you order, use, like, in person, whenever you're allowed to do that in your state, give them promo code Ty and Matt 10 for 10% off. And, like, I wonder if they would buy it, be like, I don't know. I never heard about this from corporate, but give it to them.
Every place you get a chance to put a promo code in, guys, Ty and Matt 10.
Mm-hmm.
The number you have reached is not in service. This is a recording.
I love Amish butter.
Yeah.
It just comes as like a big giant tube that you can like kill someone with. It's like just fucking heavy.
The Amish always like they make butter or they make furniture. That's the other thing they make a lot of apparently.
But they're happy people.
Are they?
Have something
Are they, Ty?
I don't see a lot of Amish people burning things down. They seem pretty happy.
No. Well, no, they have a very strong fear of fire. Ty, I don't know if you knew that about the Amish. Well, because everything they make is out of wood and straw. So, I mean, things just go up like
yeah, that would light up so quickly. I don't know. I feel like if there's anything I want out of this episode is like we come up with like a conclusion or a solution that people can walk away with.
Yeah.
I can't look. Here's the thing. And I know a lot of people like defund the police is happening, and I'm not a dumbass. Like I've read. Well, I am a dumbass, but
yeah, I was glad you
yeah,
corrected.
no, I saw the look, and I will correct it. I am a dumbass, but I did read like the details, and like I get it. It's a financial reallocation of funds, and to be honest, I don't know enough about financial structures of police departments to really know what they need to operate and what they don't need to operate, and all that stuff. Though there is some people that want to just completely eradicate the police, and I have like I don't know fucking neighborhood watches or HOAs or like I don't know, have like a group of stepmoms with glasses of wine kind of walking through the neighborhood calling people out. I don't know what you're having to police the streets, but I don't know if I'm really for that. I don't know if that's the solution we need. I mean, the stepmom one's not a bad idea.
You would end up having the same problems. Like, anytime you give power to a new group of people, they do exactly what the previous group did.
Yeah.
So,
well, it's not like what Animal Farm was about or something.
Yeah, pretty much.
George Orwell.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah. It also doesn't help that, like, George Zimmerman.
Yeah.
Zimmerman.
Yeah. Yeah, that he was a neighborhood watch guy.
Yeah.
Do you remember when that whole thing happened? There was a movie coming out called Neighborhood Watch, and I think they had to change the title. Well, they didn't have to, but it was
The Watch. Yeah, they changed it to The Watch.
Yeah.
Not a lot of service paid to watches.
I love the idea that those meetings were had. Like, guys, what can we turn? How many hours did it take to turn the word neighborhood into the? Like, we got to do some focus group testing to see, why people respond to, 3-letter word. That's good. It's just that's not a very strong word. Yeah.
And then they'd have like a chart that would show like every movie that started with the in the title, and they're like, look, it's a downward trend. It's a downward trend.
Yeah.
It doesn't test positive for paraplegics missing legs.
That's a big market, guys.
It's a lot bigger than you think.
Yeah.
We've devoted a lot of time, a lot of money.
Yes. I mean, we can't afford to lose that. Yeah, it's a ridiculous business.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do it. So I don't know. I mean, if you guys, I'm all for being educated. So like, tweet at me. I don't know. Message me on fucking Instagram. Tell me who's social workers. I mean, I don't. Maybe. I mean, I haven't dealt with a lot of social workers. I mean, I feel like they only come around in movies. That's the only time I've seen a social worker. And it's usually like they're like trying to figure out like where's Michael Myers and why is he so demented.
I was going to say, I don't even know if I saw a person that was a social worker doing their job. I don't think I would realize that that's what a social worker was, because I think it sounds like a broad term.
Social,
like I feel like you can do a lot, and I wouldn't recognize that.
You could say social worker, and like, I mean, it could be a militant group. I mean, possibly.
Yeah. Guess so.
I don't know. I think that's what I want out of this episode: education or solution.
Well, you know what? I think we could get a quick lesson about the weather.
We could, because we have our weatherman, Jordan Fiella, wherever he's at, hopefully somewhere with some good weather. Ladies and gentlemen, Jordan Fiella. All right, Jordan, you got us?
Thank you, guys. I got you. I am reporting live here from my master bedroom that I pay for with my blood, sweat, and tears from this podcast. And if you look to the left, I can see an incoming storm of 2 of my neighbors, Jim and Rick, and a third, my wife. It seems like Jim is coming from the behind, and Rick is coming from a forward-facing direction. As the pressure moves down, my wife moves up. There's also currently a chance of precipitation as I am crying, seeing my marriage crumble right before my very eyes. And I can see that there is bright skies ahead as my wife currently is grinning from cheek to cheek. Seeing me clearly in pain, she's vindictively enjoying this, and she is currently mouthing, "This is your fault. This is your fault." Back to you guys as I try to comprehend everything that's going on right now.
All right, and that's your weather.
And there you have it, Jordan Fiella with the weather. Now for a look at traffic. We're going to throw it over to... We should do that sometime.
Yeah, have a traffic update.
Yeah, I love the idea of a
Podcast form,
doing a pre-recorded podcast trying to do... It's like, okay, let's see. Some of your roads are congested. Some are moving quite well. There's a crash on one of them. So it would technically be correct. Like, we could just do a vague... Sort of the way that, like, fortune tellers and mediums work. Just they work in vague terms and let you kind of fill in the dots. Yeah. So like you could be driving and you hear us say, and there's a crash on one of the roads. And you're like, One of the roads. Route 1, Highway 1. Ah, damn it, there's a crash on Highway 1. I needed to take that. I hope it's not southbound. God damn it. I think we could do that.
Yeah, I mean, it's all just timing. I mean, that's all that really is. Because, I mean, if it comes out on Monday and, like, the traffic update was for, like, I don't know, Sunday, I mean, that's close enough. Like, I mean, once you drive past it, you'll see, like, if it was an accident, you'll see some glass. Like, it did happen.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not as pressing as this commute today, but it happened.
Yeah. I like that you bring that up, that it is all about timing, because everything's about timing. Ty, ask me what the key to comedy is.
What's the key to
timing?
Comedy?
Fucking hilarious, dude. People are just cracking up in their car. See?
They're coming. There we go. Oh, that's
See?
Okay.
See? It's easy.
I mean, it's uncomfortably long. I'll say that. I mean, I didn't realize it was that funny. But no. I mean, good on you.
Thank you. Well, I mean, yeah, it was that funny because like that's the building block of comedy. It's timing. You know, I feel like that kind of is how, you know, everything works. Everything's about timing.
I don't know what comedy is anymore.
Like releasing an episode of a podcast set in 1918 in the year 2020. Like that's timing. Good timing.
That's all about timing. Yeah.
And timeliness.
Or like if you're just talking about like, are you just talking about like the concept of time? Like what about like would the spice time also fit into that? Or
Spice time.
Well, time like THYME.
Dude, I legitimately thought you just mispronounced the word space and said space time. I didn't realize you meant
I like that
spice
version.
time.
I like that version of this conversation better. Hold on, we'll retake that. Hold
on. And action.
So is it just like time, like the concept of time, or are you also talking about spice time?
Spice time? I thought you said space time.
Guys, this is the magic of podcasting. You know, where most people would spend the time pre-producing a podcast, we spend the time just making shit up.
Yeah.
And just forcing you to listen to it.
Yeah.
And you will. You're lonely. It's a lonely time. We're confused. We're restless. We're trying to figure things out, which is why I'm going to bring up Taco Bell breakfast. It's a great way to get you, your friends, your family all together, 6 feet apart, and just open up just a delicious egg scrambled cheese sausage wrap. And just take a bite into that thing. And all of a sudden, it's like civil unrest, pandemic, burning buildings, you know, soul-crushing loneliness, unemployment that's just going to last for years. It's like it just fades away in the back because you get lost in this beautiful flavor of what are the Tex-Mex? What does the read say? Is it this beautiful flavor of breakfast? Tex-Mex.
Tex-Mex Brex.
Tex-Mex Brex.
Yep.
So next time you visit your local Taco Bell, make sure to listen to Ty and Matt get 10% off.
All right.
Terms and conditions do apply.
All right. Ty, where can the good people find you? I know at your local Taco Bell, but where can they find you online?
Oh, boy. You can find me at Ty.Colgan on Instagram and at Ty Colgan on Twitter, TikTok, sadly. Just very sadly. You know, I think that's really it. Again, Ty Colgate, Twitter, Ty Colgate, Instagram, Ty Colgate, TikTok. That's all I got. I mean, what do you got, Matt?
Same,
you roll with more?
Matt_Regal on all the platforms. Dude, if there's a platform, you just search Matt_Regal. If I'm there, I'll pop up and, you know, I'll just be like, sup.
So just stop, people stop in and say sup to Matt.
Yeah.
Is that all you really want?
Nothing for. Yeah, I just want people to go sup. You go sup, and then I'll go sup.
All right,
and
cool.
then we leave it there.
All right, well, make sure to message Matt
Yeah.
with a good
So.
sup. Sup.
So.
Sup.
So.
Sup, dude.
So.
Sup with you, man.
Not much, man. How about you?
Oh, nothing much. Just recording, hot pods. Just saying sup.
Sup.
Sup, dude. Sup.
Sup.
Sup, man. Hey, I'll sup you later.